Howdy folks, Grok the DuckFarmer here, and I'm on the FTOG Enigmatica 2 server, and I'm far from base. I am really far from base. In fact, here, let's take a quick gander. I am 2,000 blocks away from base. Now you may ask, Grok, why are you 2,000 blocks away from base? Which is a very good question, and the answer is, there are no mobs that spawn between my base and this point on the server. Yes, I have a no mob zone that is a radius of 2,000 blocks. Now, I can't prove that right now because A, it's day, and B, when it was night and I came over here, nothing was spawning at all. But when I was exploring earlier to find this piece here, I came out and there was this nice ring of mobs over here and nothing closer than 2,000 blocks. So I was going, yes, that worked out very nice. So let's go home because, why, you may ask? Well, because I've got some rituals set up. Now, this is the flight ritual. I moved it up from down there. It was getting a little bit too close for my comfort, and I kept bonking into one of these pillars. But this guy, this ritual here, is the one that prevents the mobs from spawning. Now, these rituals are exactly the same as far as the layout. The pillars are slightly different. That can change. But this is using the Lucerna, if I'm remembering right. Let's take a look. This is the Lucerna, is the trait you want, or it's tuned to that constellation, and down below it says trait of Jelu. That's what boosts the potency. So this is also Lucerna. That's Lucerna, and the Jelu trait improves the size of the ritual. And then I have this ritual anchored down here, and so from this block, 2,000 in every direction, no mobs, no hostile mobs spawns at all, which is very nice. Now, I did the same thing. I took my flight one here and improved it, and it's anchored right there. So it's a 400 radius block, a little bit less for flight, create a flight in my area. So before I was going about 100 blocks away, and then it would go away. No more. So that has been working out very well, and we also have several people on the server right now, which has been great. And oh, I showed you off a little bit. Oh, here, let's turn that off real quick because it's right in the way. I showed off a little bit of this room down here in the last series, last episode, but I finished the floor, going with the concrete because it's ties in with the rest of the base. I'm using the chisel and bits of the FTOG colors here, and yes, that's why these are these colors, because that's the FTOG logo, and so it's in that cardinal directions. Anyway, what I have done, let's go over here. If you look over here, you go, there are no storage drawers. Yes, I got rid of all my storage drawers. I figured I didn't need them. Well, okay, I need them, but I moved them over to here. And yeah, sneaky blocks. I love them. So I've got all my storage drawer stuff over here, including my mob storage drawers, and there's plenty of free space down here. This is the stuff that comes from the magic beans from up above. And I was thinking about pouring all of those into the various slots, and I went, nah, no. Also, I have over in here, down below, there's my mob farm, but that, was a temporary structure, and I didn't want to keep that. So I have over here in the red area, that's molten iron, I have this. I have a nice little spawning area down here. Now let's make life a little bit easier for getting around, and these do not stack, but these do, so yay. Oh, questy rewards. Let's get rid of these. I want this to get me, I'm thinking this would probably be best to get me back right here. And we'll do it in the direction away from the mob spawn. So crouch click, and that has bound me there. And I'm going to go name this real quick in the anvil. Base. You know, why not? And that one we're going to leave as is, but let's go down. Red is this direction. And I want an easy way to get all the way down there, which the lights are off. So I'm going to take this dislocator pedestal, put that right there, but we need to bind. Wee plop. So this, and let's turn the lights on. This is my new mob spawn room. And for fun, I went ahead and used some Astral Sorcery limestone or marble because, you know, pretty, and it's huge. This gives me a ton of space to put mobs, and eventually they'll get to the point where they just fall and die. I doubt that I'll get that far, but, you know, that's a possibility. So here, I want to come down, and this is the non-named one. I want to drop right to this spot looking forward. So let's crouch click that. And then for getting out of here, let's put that there. And if I right click this with the base, and because it's named in the anvil, it shows that. So now I can right click this, and I'm right up here, which is fantastic. Let's name this guy Mob Farm. Mob Farm. And I'm going to need 2 levels because I hadn't calculated on needing that. There we go. Let's hop back down real quick because I want to put it right there. So now I can just right click that. Oh, funky. Yeah, you can occasionally get that little x-ray thing when you teleport really fast. The home does that as well. And then I can back up here to the base. I like it. All right, so now I can close this off, and we'll close that there. Go back down to the mob farm. So one of the things that I wanted to set up here was the same sort of setup where I can turn this on. It'll turn on the spawner piece. Let's go ahead and turn this guy back on. I pause everything that I can. So if I flip the switch, that turns on that, and it'll start to spawning and killing. We'll turn that back off, and it puts brings that tool back in, which is great. And all this stuff is gone. So the way that works, if we go down here, here's all the cabling, and I hollowed out this area just so I could see that still. Very similar to the other setup where power and fluids and all the rest of the stuff are flowing through. That's going up. And normally I wouldn't have extra cable runs if I can avoid it, but this right here is my mob slaughter factory, so I can get the pink slime, but more importantly the liquid meat. And that I want to leave open so I can access it, and I can turn it on and off from down here. That's why, otherwise I would just put, instead of running a cable, I just put another power cell right there. So that's why I have that there. This is the pearled enderhopper, so everything gets grabbed instantly, and that's the access to the storage drawers up above. So that's all what's going on here. Showing off some of this stuff here. I haven't got everything in place, but this, I want the shulker powered spawner, and if I flip that light, you can see that powered light has turned on, and if I switch to the Enderman one, you can see that's turned on, and then I can turn on the blaze, etc., etc., etc. And so I've got witch, zombie, skeleton, and another one ready for it. And so the way I've been doing, you can see there's a different color on this because I'm outputting the signal. Black is the first one, and then if I work my way down the result, okay, lime is the next one I need, and if I flip that, the top one is lit. So perfect. And I can sit there and run the cable around and use facades and all the rest of the good stuff, and we'll take care of that. But for right now, let me just put that away so it looks nice. So mob farm is very nicely done. Oh, and up above, you can see there are some draconic evolution guys in there, and that's because this has a very limited range, and if I spawn ghasts, they may be above that, or if I spawn wisps, they may get their way above that, and those draconic evolutions will kill everything. There's a zone of death up above there. And I've got levers set so I can turn them off if I need to, which currently I don't need to turn them off, but I do need to make some powered spawners. So let's go back up to the base. Let's go up here, this direction, and let's make a few things. So one of the things I need to do is make nuggets out of this guy. There we go. And we got some vibrant crystals. Put those there and there. And then here I need to make two Z logic controllers. This is the zombie logic controllers. So let's, can I, oh, it does that, perfect. All right, great. So, oh yeah, I've got some silicon. I've got a whole lot of silicon. I went ahead and, what happened to my Z logic? Why are they not being pulled out? I wonder if I have the cabling back there set up right. Don't care, I'll fix that later. Right now, this will give me 2 powered spawners. And do they stack? Oh, they do stack. Cool, but I'm going to keep them separate because, let's grab this. Questy time. These are blaze spawners, and because the end and the nether reset on the first Sunday of the month, I went wild going through the nether and the end, and I broke a lot of spawners. So spider, fire beetle, cave spider, skeleton, pinch beetle, slime beetle, all those beetles are from the Twilight Forest, and a bunch of these as well, the cave spider as well, and then lots and lots of blaze spawners that I broke. And that way I could have some of these broken spawners. Now, if I come over to here, I can put a spawner in place, and here's an Enderman soul vial, and this is where it takes levels. So there's 8 levels. Oh, that's way less than I thought. I was thinking it was actual levels, but it's not. Anyway, that's taking the soul vial, and it's going to turn this blaze spawner into a different type of spawner, and this is a shulker soul vial, and they're pretty easy to make. Oh, it's just showing me. Let's look at the recipe for soul vial. And it's not showing me the recipe. It's some solarium glass, and yeah, it's easy to make. All right, so that's my broken spawner, but now it's an Enderman spawner, and I've got my soul vial back. Let's go ahead and feed it some levels, and then I love how it kind of spins around and make that grindy sound. I think that's very cool. But I want to go ahead and make this powered spawner an Enderman power spawner, and it says, if we U this, it says combine with a broken spawner in an anvil. So that's why I needed some levels. Let's grab U and U. Ooh, that needs a lot more levels than I thought. All right, now let's just grab, did it say 18 or 16? Yeah, because, you know, mined like a steel trap, I saw it exactly. Yep, 16. Okay, let's just call this Enderman. And it doesn't actually care about the name. Didn't cost anything more. Nice. So now this is an Enderman spawner, and let's grab this, and let's combine that with more levels. Oh, one too many. Let's see. Nope, powered that. And this is going to be a shulker. Alrighty. So now I've got my 2 powered spawners, and it didn't actually name it, but that's okay. I can live without that. That I don't need. This I need 8 of these basics to make 4 of the doubled, to make, oh, questy time, to make 2 of these octatic. There's a double, and I'll shortly get the octatic going as well. Let's head down. Let's go to the mob farm, and oh, that just got sucked away. All right, let's break you. You'll probably get sucked away as well. Now I had, I think the shulker first. Shulker was first. That's this guy. And then that's this guy. We'll say howdy to David. I don't need a slash there. Howdy, David. Okay, so these just need power. and they're getting the power through there. Whoops. And this needs to be active with signal. Active with signal. Okay, good. Yeah, these only activate with the signal, and they have a range of quite large. Now I think, yeah, it slightly overlaps. Is that overlap the glass? No, no, it is just perfect. It's an 8 by 8, and since this is 11 by 11, or that's a 9 by 9, whatever, it's it will fit just fine. Let's turn that range off. Okay, so that should spawn shulkers. Oh, it needs some viable space. There's something about shulkers that they need to spawn on something, and maybe I need to put some other stuff there. Oh well, I can change that and pull that out. Anyway, but the Enderman will spawn now. Let's break you and you. And I think these are visually glitched because these are on. Yeah. These are currently on because I don't want them to actually work that like that. Blaze and then witch. So here's my witch. Here's my blaze. And I'll grab some upgrades here that I made. Alright, so that's the... Let's turn that to redstone on. Give it some upgrades. And redstone on, upgrade, so they should spawn faster. Alright, and I have lost my 2 glass, but since there's no drawers for them to go anyplace, get me up. There we go. And we'll do that right now. Let's turn on the witch spawner real quick. Okay, so this is the part where it does stuff. I played with it with the lights, and the lights definitely worked. I wonder if it needs a high redstone. What is the setting for that? Let's do Enderman. That's working. Okay, so it's sometimes the redstone circuits need to have a high output. Really? Really? Future Grok here. I figured it out. It was my ritual up above that's blocking the mob spawning in that 2,000 block radius. Yeah, it blocks these mob spawners too. Both the vanilla ones or redisturbed. It's blocking them all. Oh, that's really weird. I wonder if it needs something above. Well, that's poopy. That's really poopy. I will fiddle with those, and they should definitely work. Anyway, that's enough for that there. That was kind of anticlimactic. That's not fun. Anyway, that should work out very nicely for that once I get those things fixed up. Over here, I was teasing the people that, yeah, you know, this is the Futura block, but this is the tease of I want my AE2 stuff going on down in here. And for that, I've done a little processing of things now. I've already collected up Skystone. I've got all the 4 inscribers I found. I got 2 of these 64K drive from Quest Rewards, which is very nice. And then I've got a bunch of Certus, and I've got some of the Pure. Now, one of the things that I am missing, I need some of you, and I need some of you, and I need some of the charged. So let's go upstairs, and we need to go to a water block. Now let's come over right here. This is a nice little spot. I'll actually stand in the water and spit, spit, spit. Oh, too close, I grabbed it again. And that should, when you've got those 3 in there, yep, it starts making the flux. And stop picking them up before they convert. There we go. So that should give me the rest of those guys. Yay! All right, so that's a full 2 stacks of these flux crystals, which is cool. But I am getting into AE2. What I want to do is grind these up, so I'm going to throw them into the pulverizer. which will turn them into the pulverizer dust. Like I said, I've got a lot of silicon. What I did is I took 3 stacks of the nether quartz and ran it through my sag mill with these vibrant alloy grinding balls because they produce a lot of outputs. And then I took all the nether quartz that it made, I ground them up in my pulverizer and then baked them in the redstone furnace, and that gave me that much silicon. That's a large amount of silicon. I'm going to go ahead and grab, let's grab 4 stacks for right now, because why not? This flux dust, I'm going to go ahead and combine with sand, and that gives me seeds, and then these seeds you can throw into water, and they will slowly grow. Or if you go into applied energistics, this right here, the crystal growth accelerator, you can make some of these. In fact, you could surround a block of water with 6 of those. If you could put something in that water, if you put those seeds in there and power that up, it will actually generate really fast. 5 is typically the easiest because then that leaves you something you can drop from the top. And I'm motioning with my hands, dropping, like you can totally see that. Oh, well, you know, she can because she's cute. And let's make the other set of these. So we get more seeds. Drop that in there. The enrichment chamber is great for doing this because I don't need to make the growth accelerator whatnots at all. I did put some upgrades in there to speed things up. So I'm going to snag... I'm going to call that good enough, and let's go make some things. Oh, I need to pulverize 2 of these. Oh, I can't pulverize all of these. I need some... I converted all of these things, and I shouldn't have. I need at least 2. So 1 of you and 1 of you. Let's see... because they're heading out, and I need 1 of you. All right, let's make 1 more water over here. Really doesn't matter where the water is, but let's do it. Okay, so you and you and you. Make me 2 flux. Yay! Okay, now these, because pretty much every recipe that uses these can be used these, and this is, you can get 2 of the pure from each one of the regular flux, and so I will process them as much as I can. However, I do need those. Let's go ahead and grab these. All right, so I've got these very nice pure flux. Let's put those in here, and I'm going to put that here. I need some of these because I'm going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to make 5 inscribers because inscribers I'm going to need to process a ton of stuff inside processors. AE2 uses a lot of these processors, the calculation, the engineering, and the logic processors. And I always know them as the Certus, the diamond, and the gold, because that way I don't have to worry about the names. However, what they do need, I'm going to click that right here, this should have power because the energy acceptor, and I've got the power here. Some mod packs you can power these directly, but I'm going to go ahead and say that I can do it without. Actually, I'm going to go click, 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 and click for right now. I'm going to take this press and put that in there, and give me those. I'm going to put in, that's right, you can only put in 1 at a time. They stack here, but they don't stack here, which is annoying, but that's okay. I need 2 of these. Let's take this and put that in place. And I need 2 of these silicon bits. And then I need 2 redstone. And I hope, do I have redstone in here? I do. Cool. Let me go ahead and grab those. And then from here, I can go you and you and you, and that will make one of these gold logic ones. You. And it really doesn't matter the order in which they went in, because that looks like it was in exact opposite order, which is just fine. I'm going to put you there. It needs to reverse. That will make me formation cores. That will make me annihilation cores. And I think that's the order in which they need to do. Yep. There's my interface. Dun, da, da, da. Let's break this guy. Let's put the interface here. And we're going to put the other inscriber there. Now, why do I have it laid out like this? Because. That's why. There's a method to my madness. In fact, let's take a gold one, send it through. Let's take one of those through. Let's grab our diamonds and send one of those through, and our pure flux. And I'm going to reverse that to keep that in mind. Move these things out of the way. Now, I've got a iron chest up here, and right now I don't have an ME network set up. This is just the bare bones. I'm going to make these inscribers, because for me this is a way easier way of setting things up. And I'm going to go ahead and grab one of you, grab one of you, grab one of you, and grab one of you, and you're going to need lots of those. But for right now, I am going to put some of these around and turn off some of these things that don't need to be there. Don't need that. Okay, so this is going to be pulling stuff out of the chest that's ready to be processed into the full processors is what that needs to be. And I'm going to put on here a basic filter, and let's configure this. This is going to use either this guy or that guy or that guy or this guy or redstone. Those get fed into this inscriber. And let's set that up to always be active, and we'll leave it on green. Let's insert on green. Let's insert on green. And I'm going to break a hole. No, I can't really see it from there. Let's break a hole here so I can get down here. And let's insert on green. Now, we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, but I'm going to put here a filter, and this is going to edit filter. This will take the printed silicon on the bottom. This over here is going to get a filter. No, not a... Oh, did I put a filter on the extract? That's dumb. Needs to be a filter on the insert, and the insert is going to have just redstone. Back onto the insert, and it's already the same thing, so yay. And likewise, I need to set this up so... Oh, this I have the extract, that's why I got confused. This needs the insert, and this is going to have you, or I can't shift click them in. So all the Certus, the diamond, and the gold ones will go in the top. So that forces them in that direction. Now back over here, let's get an additional... I've got an item conduit here. Come on. Doink. Turn it off from the power because it doesn't need to be there on the power. I'm going to set this to insert on green. So anything that comes from these will go... Let's make that insert on red. So I need to extract from here on red. Always active. So when it's done, I can suck out the result into here. Now, since I don't actually have an AE network in place, I'm going to hit that right here and put a second insert on red here. So if it can't go into the interface, it'll go into the iron chest. Now, over here, I need to input the various bits on this side, and we just need... Probably easier just to hit it against the wall, because then I don't need to shift click those. And I'm going to have them come out from here. So let's get rid of that. Where's my Yeta wrench? I am going to break that connection and break that connection. just because I don't need them there. All right, put that away. This is going to pull out the raw ingredients, and let's make that a different color, because why not? We can. Let's insert. Oh, it inserted a basic item filter already. Perfect, because I want one of you, or you, or you, or you. So any of the basic items will get pulled out from here, and they need to insert on black. That's what we set it. So this is going to insert on black, and this is going to insert filter. Oh, shift clicking does not work too well. Open. This will always take the pure, because I'm only going to use the pure on these. All right, insert black, give it a filter, edit the filter. This one's going to be diamond. You can kind of see why I have them set up in this order. Give it a filter, configure gold, and then over here, last one, black, filter, and you are my silicon. Oh, no. Click the thing. Now I can put the silicon in there. So now when I come into here and I dump all of these items in, they will start getting grabbed. If I turn this to always active, they will start getting grabbed and stuck into here, and you can see them getting processed. And as soon as they are processed, they're going to get sucked out. I lied. Right now this is only putting them in, but we want to extract on red. So let's extract on red and always active. And that should start putting these items back in. Yes, that should start putting these things back in. He said expectantly. So it's going to be an extract on red, always active. Red, always active, extract, last one, red, always active, and nothing's showing up in here. Are we getting stuff in here? Okay, we're getting them into the interface, which is just fine. I will probably change that for right now, but I'm going to take all of these guys and shove them into here. Let's process everything. And it should start processing these circuits as well, and they're going to get stored in here as well. So as soon as I get an actual AE network set up and working, then it will pull all of these items into storage. And the reason why I like this little setup, I can do bulk processing of all these processors and the silicons and everything else. I can do bulk processing of these simply. I don't need to worry about channels or anything like that. Now when I hook this up, I can either hook up to the energy acceptor, I can hook up to the ME interface, whichever, and all I need to do is that's one channel. So it's pretty darn simple to get this up and running. And as you can see, it's up and running. Let's grab some more of these guys. Whoops, nope. I can leave them right in there because they're getting processed as necessary in here. Silicon goes in there. Oh, it's out of silicon. Oh, because I have that here in my inventory. There we go. And so that'll work. And then, I can come into here, pull those out. These things go back in, and that's my finished calculation processor. And I should get about a stack of each of those because I started with a stack of the source materials and lots of stacks of those. And I don't think I have enough redstone. But now I do. Get in there, redstone. Alrighty, so that is a pretty slick little setup. Fix this here. It, like I said, it was something I devised a long time ago, and my very, very first video on YouTube was how to set this up. It used a whole lot more item conduits, but this is an improved version of it, and it works really well. And I love it. I think it's great, and you can use it. You can use it a lot, because I sure do. Anyway, this has been Grok the DuckFarmer here. Got to fix my mob farm because it's not always spawning right. Maybe there's something about needing air over the mob spawners. I'll have to read that up. But the rest of the stuff should work as soon as I turn it onto a strong signal. And I've got the beginning stuff for AE2. I'm going to be needing a lot of these processors, so that's why I'm letting this run. And you can be part of the Enigmatica 2 server here. Join the FTOG group because we're having lots of fun. And thanks for watching. Bye.